Welcome to another SkaredCast battle report. Today we have Jason and his fully painted Tyrannid army in the Eternal Warriors 40k Nation battle bunker, which is why Jason is here today. Say hi.
How's it going?
So today we are going to be playing the Emperor's Will and its Vanguard deployment. This is a table that we set up. As you can see, it's very thematically placed. Sorry about the lighting. So, 1,500 points. I shall, of course, first go over the Dark Eldar army. This is my 1,500 point mission. So we have the Archon with his Venom Blade and grenades, 4 Incubi and a Venom. Venoms only have 1 cannon, a Farseer who rolled perfect timing, and Runes of Warding. 5 Witches in a Venom with Haywire grenades, a Ravager with a Grizzly trophy, 3 Eldar jetbikes, 10 Cavalite Warriors with a Splinter Cannon, 6 Reaver jetbikes with 2 Heat Lancers and an Arena Champion, a Ravager, Razor Wing with 2 Disintegrators, stock missiles, that's it. 10 Hellions with a Venom Blade. That's the new addition there. I took a Ravager and a Raider out, and I haven't played them in a while, so I decided to bring them out for a game. 5 more Witches in a Venom with Grizzly trophies, 10 Warriors with a Splinter Cannon, and a Raider with Grizzly trophies. And that is 1,500 points. Okay, on to Jason's 1,500 points. Jason, take it away.
I have 2 units of 2 Hive Guard.
Yep.
A unit of 2 Zoanthropes.
Yep.
15 Gargoyles with Adrenal Glands.
Yep.
A Tyrannid Trigon Prime.
Yep.
2 Tyrannid Turvagons. They have 3 Psychic Powers, Cluster Spines, Adrenal Glands and Toxin Sacs.
Yep.
The 2 units of 10 Termagants to use...
the Mistroops. Yep.
And, this Turvagon has Crushing Claws.
Okay.
And then a Hive Tyrant with 2 Twin-Linked Devourers.
Yep.
Brainleech ammo. Wings and Old Adversary.
Okay, and you're using Biomancy on
everything.
On everything,
yeah.
And so you have like a whole combination of lots of hemorrhages, 1 endurance in there, a couple of enfeebles, life leeches. It's so confusing. We're not going to go through it right now, but you will see it in play in the game. As always, you can always check out the blog site. You can always check out the brand new Facebook page. Of course, links will be down in the description below if you want to stay up to date with awesome content every day. Make sure you check it out. Okay, we'll be right back after deployment. Deployment! We have 10 little Termagants next to that objective. That is a Gravwell generator. So it's going to be hard to get to them. 10 Termagants over there. The Turvagon with Crushing Claws is right there. Hive Guard, Zoanthropes, Turvagon, Hive Guard, Gargoyles. The Hive Tyrant will be coming on regular reserve, and the Trigon Prime is deep striking on the Dark Eldar side. 10 Warriors with a Farseer in there, if you can see him, with the Splinter Cannon up on top, with the objective pile of skulls. That is nothing of note. 5 Witches, Incubi, and Archon. Ravager, Grizzly trophies, 10 Warriors in there with Grizzly trophies, 6 Reaver jetbikes with an Arena Champion and 2 Heat Lancers, of course. In reserve, I have a Razor Wing that's coming in on regular reserve, the Hellions, which are regular reserving as well, and 3 Eldar jetbikes, which are regular reserving. I am not going to attempt to steal the initiative, because I think I'm going to need that extra last bit of turn. And we shall return after turn 1. Enjoy the battle report. Thanks a lot for tuning in. This Turvagon pooped out 11 Termagants. I know they're not painted, but suck it up. These moved up and ran, 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 moved up and ran. Stayed put. This one actually cast Endurance on itself, and successfully passed it with the Runes of Warding in effect. Ooh. Farseer decided to Peril of the Warp his power, but his Ghost Helm thankfully saved him. He was trying to get the Warriors to ignore cover when they shot, but that didn't happen. The Warriors kind of shuffled back because those Gargoyles were coming at them relatively fast, and I focused a lot of my fire on the Gargoyles, killing 9 out of the 15. The army kind of shuffled around, staying 30 inches away from the Hive Guard in the building to prevent them from knocking me out of the sky. I did kill one of the Hive Guard in the building with the 1 Venom shot, and then the bikes just turbo boosted up here to get a save, and then the Lances from here fired and put a wound onto that Tervagon. And we still have, so we have that Hive Tyrant to come in on regular reserves. And Jason's going to roll for those on camera. So, for the Hive Tyrant, does he arrive? No. He does not arrive. And for the Trigon Prime, does he arrive? Yes. He does arrive. Ah! The Trigon Prime busted out and got 3 precision shots on the Farseer, but only wounded once, and the Farseer passed his one other save, and then killed 2 more of the unit. By the way, he deep struck right there if you didn't realize what the little shaky camera was. He busted out of the ground. All the Nids just ran forward, saturating the field with targets. The Hive Guard moved back there behind line of sight blocking. The Zoanthropes ran 6 inches. The other Hive Guard ran up, making it really hard for me to dodge any of their ranges. The other Tervagon and the Gargoyles and the other Termagants ran forward as well. And those guys, just chilling on the objective. They like the ladies. Oh yeah. Okay. So, I have reserves to come in. So, we'll see if they do. First things first. The Razorwing arrives right on time. Good. The Hellions do not arrive. And the Eldar Jetbikes, they do arrive. Our Warlord traits. My Warlord got any unit within 12 inches of him that's firing at a unit within 3 inches of an objective can reroll once. And his Warlord is a scoring unit. Dark Eldar, turn 2. The Razorwing showed up and let loose and killed 5 gods. Because that was epic. He's like, I can't miss, look at the horde. Yeah, right. It kind of landed right in there. Incubi moved out and charged the Trigon Prime. My Archon and this Trigon have a vendetta from a few games back, the first game that Jason and I ever played, where the Trigon grabbed my Archon and ate him. So now he's trying to exact his revenge, and the Trigon's on 2 wounds left after a lot of stuff shot at him. This unit of witches moved up 6 inches of venom, moved up, charged the Gargoyles after lobbing a plasma grenade into there. I put 2 more wounds on that Tervagon, so it's standing at 3 left, with my lances and with that venom. I had moved the Reaver Jetbikes up to turbo boost over the Gaunts or the Gargoyles to get behind that crater, but because that Tervagon is still there, I wasn't able to do that. And then my Ravager and Venom moved up that way. My Eldar Jetbikes have moved up into that corner. Now it's interesting to note that those Eldar Jetbikes, even though they're here, are actually threatening that objective over there because they move so ridiculously fast, which forces combat here. This reminds me that my drugs are +1 attack drugs. So my Archon actually has 7 attacks on the charge with his Venom Blade. Weapon skill? 5. Okay, so I need 3s to hit the Trigon. Okay, and I did 5 hits. And I need 2s to wound with his Venom Blade. And they're in a challenge, by the way. And I got 5 wounds with my Venom Blade. And let's see, Mr. Trigon. No! Brad! 1 wound. He's still alive! Yeah. This is going to mean that he might eat my Archon again. Forced to hit. Forced to hit. Alright, because he's got them. Nice.
5s and
2s to wound.
And if you take 1 wound,
does he have poison?
He does not.
Okay. Okay, so 5 wounds. Come on, Shadowfield. Let's go big or go home. So, Shadowfield number 1. No! Close. That's a 2. Shadowfield number 2. He's okay. Shadowfield number 3. He's okay. Shadowfield number 4. He's still alive. Last one. I did pass it. Reserves. Let's do that first.
Alright.
The Hive Tyrant. Yes, he does. Hive Tyrant moved on and blasted into here with Skyfire. 10 hits. I chose to evade only 2 pens. And I saved one, the other one immobilized me. So now I'm locked velocity with him. And so he's probably just going to fly off the board next turn. These Termagants moved and ran. This Tervagon moved and ran. These Termagants moved and charged into the Incubi. This challenge is still going, which we're going to film in a second. The 2 Zoanthropes tried to cast Enfeeble on this unit over here. And they both failed their psychic test, thanks to the runes of warding. But this guy cast Endurance on the Trigon Prime that now has Feel No Pain, and it will not die. So this guy has been passing all his psychic tests. It's been ridiculous. These little Termagants charged into the witches and murdered them all. And then the Turbigon was charging in there too, but there was only 4 witches, so that guy didn't even get to swing. Let's just say poison and fierce charge on them was nasty. Okay. And that the Hive Guard blew up that venom. Now it's just a rubble crater. 3s to hit the Trigon. Need 4 hits, and then needing 2s to wound. Doing 4 wounds. So Trigon needs 4 armor saves. Oh, he fails one, and Feel No Pain.
Come on.
Does it save him?
Yes!
Ah! With rerolls.
5s and 2s to wound.
2s to wound. Oof. Oof.
2 wounds.
Well, I only need to fail 1. So, Shadowfield save number 1.
It's good.
He's okay. Shadowfield save number 2. He's okay. Razor Wing actually decided to putt along and shoot the Zone Thropes that are no longer there because the Reaver Jet Bikes did 12 wounds to them and murdered them horribly. The one Hive Guard that was back there got shot to death by that venom. The Ravager, together with the Warrior Squad in there, fired at the Turvigon and killed it. The unit that is in this building got the Psychic Power, finally got a Psychic Power off, even through Shadows of the Warp. Ignore cover, so they shot at the little Termagants and murdered all but one, who then died to the Termagant explosion. The witches that had gone out just in case they needed help, and then they ran into the cover. The Hellions arrived, and they did something like 10 wounds into this Turvigon and put 4 wounds onto her. But she's still alive. And then the little Eldar jet bikes moved at the back. Archon, he gets his 6 attacks again. This guy still has, and it shall not die. He did not gain a wound last turn. He's still sitting at 1 wound. So needing 3s to hit. 4 hits. And needing 2s to wound. Doing only 2 wounds this time. My Venom Blade is not working as well as it was before. It is. Okay, 2 saves. 1. Feel No Pain! Oh! 5 Tyrant jumped over, well, swooped over, and then shot the Hellions, and they failed their leadership test because of the brain leech worms, and they ran away. The 2 Hive Guard killed one of the Eldar jet bikes over there, but they passed their morale test. The Turvigon and little Termagants charged into the Incubi, and the Archon, after shooting at them, killed all the Incubi because poison pure charging Termagants are actually really scary. And my Archon put 1 wound on the Turvigon, who successfully passed another psychic test to put endurance on herself. And then...
Oh, we will not die.
Oh, and we're gonna roll it will not die. Does she get a wound back?
No.
No, okay. And then the Crusher Claws did 2 wounds on my Archon, and he passed his Shadowfield saves again. Reaver jet bikes moved up and shot them, the Termagants, and they fell back. The Eldar jet bikes moved up and shot at them as well, killed 1. My Archon killed the Turvigon, who exploded and killed a bunch of Termagants, and then he ran them down. So he's sitting at 4 pain tokens. Because his Shadowfield save this game has been awesome. The Venom stayed there, knocked the Hive Tyrant out of the sky, but failed to do any damage, and then that moved over as a support unit. The other 2 units moved up that way, so the Ravager and the Venom, and I knocked out another of the Hive Guard over here. Little Termagant unit regrouped, snapshot at the 2 Eldar jet bikes and killed them both. Hive Tyrant decided to glide, jumped over, and shot the hell out of my Archon, who, after 8 wounds, failed the 7th, and then died. Poison shooting from the Venom, and the warriors in that raider downed his Warlord that was no longer swooping. The Reaver jet bikes took down the last of the Termagants, yeah, and then this Splinter Cannon up here, together with that Ravager, finished off the last Hive Guard. So, victory to the Dark Eldar! Anyway, well, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot. Leave your comments, like the videos, share it with your peeps, do all that stuff, and I will strive to bring you more quality content. Thanks a lot. This is Skari, out.